shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with, now they looking nervously. And I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
Coming out with a statement. You really changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it. Get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future, we all start losers. We're all late bloomers, gotta struggle through the sewer.
What you say? Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing tonight? Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. All right. As you come in, hit that like, share, and subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. If you haven't, thank you for being here, and think about subscribing. So how is everybody doing? We're going to do the pledge, and then we'll get to the hellos to everybody. So here we go.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. All righty, let's get in here and say hello. Sierra Queen was the first one to say hello. Sunshine, Justice Jane, Prissy Missy, Tattooed Angel, Kristen. How are you, Kristen? S. Hagen, Donna Clark. How are you, Donna? Welcome, everybody that is here. Thank y'all so much. I hope everyone, hey, PCT. Thank you for being here also. I hope everyone has had a good day. I hope everyone didn't freeze or anything like that. Number 12. Thank you, PCT. Hope you didn't work too hard. If you did. Also, I know I told you that about tomorrow's live. Hopefully, we will still have what I was talking about. If not, we will continue going over this. But until I get a message back from him, I'm going to say that we're going to go with the live with our special guest. If not, I will make it up and have it for this tomorrow, part This would be what part is this? It'd be part 4 tomorrow for me and Becca. I don't know how good she will handle stuff like this, but we will see. Because Vince McMahon is a nasty motherfucker. I don't care who hears me say that. He's a nasty man. Power and money will do all kinds of shit to a man. Or anybody that's got money and power. Not just a man. I'd say a woman can be able to do something like that also. Kiki, how are you? And Pretty Missy, if I didn't say your name, hello. How are you, darling? It's hard to believe. And I've been watching different wrestling where they interview different wrestlers that's worked for him throughout the years. And they just can't believe it either. I mean, I don't know if he only done it with some of the wrestlers that he talked to that was big name, or I don't know how he worked it, but I guess we'll maybe see in some of these documents that was filed on the 25th of this month. But we'll get started here in just a second. As always, please hit the like, share, and subscribe. If you have, thank you so very much. If you haven't, thank you for being here. Also, one of our dear friends that's been with me since day one. She's a day one person. I put her link at the top if you would care. Please click that link and help if you can. If you can't, please send prayers to her. And when she's ready, she can come in and tell you the story if she wants to. I'm not going to ask her to, but if she wants to, she's more than welcome. And this Friday, we're changing the bonfire. And anybody that comes in, I'll tell you what it is then, because I will take songs from the chat and it will go out to our day one girl. So, but Saturday is Shine Down. Yes, if you're on multiple devices, please hit that check button with all your devices. Because I'm sure all the devices will work. All right. Let's bring this up. Oh, I haven't let y'all see my beautiful face today. There you go. It's a tired face. Hey, hippie grandma. What's up? What's cracking, Granny? What's cracking, hippie grandma? I'll say it like that. All right, y'all tell me if y'all can see that. If not, I'll try and make it bigger. I think I've got it big. I'll go one more. How's that? Can y'all see that good? All right. We'll start right here. On February 3rd, 2020, McMahon sent a message. Hey, Batten's Lifestyle Collecting. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Don't forget to hit that like and share and subscribe if you don't care. But thank you for being here anyway. Thank you, Tina, for doing that. Thank you so much, Tina. She needs all the help she can get, guys. I know she would very much appreciate it. Raleigh, North Carolina. Well, you just over the hill. So thank you for being here. We'll go ahead and start reading on Vince McMahon. And like I told you last night and the night before, I never met the man. I did work for him one time, and that was a dark match. And that a dark match is where people are coming in and getting seats and getting their popcorn and getting all that. It's about an hour before the show actually starts, maybe an hour and a half. Hey, Mama Pi. And there's usually a match to keep people entertained and not let them get bored. And that's the match I was in. It was a dark match. That's what it's either called a dark. No, mine was a dark match because the curtain jerker is the very first match before they go on air. Hey, Markella. Thank you, Markella. Thank you for that. Yeah. Everybody needs prayers. Everybody. All right. On February 3rd, 2020, McMahon sent a message to Miss Grant advising he had been informed by, I'm not going to say the full name, I'm just going to go with officer number 2, that there were a lot of rumors circulating about McMahon and Miss Grant. McMahon warned Miss Grant that rumors were not good for either of them. Then on February 10th, without any advance warning, Miss Grant was temporarily relocated to the XFL workforce. Miss Grant, having been desperate to escape the feeling of being trapped in her existence at WWE, applied to remain with the XFL on March 6, 2020. She openly vocalized her desire to remain with XFL to colleagues, even referring to her state of work at WWE as nothingness, and she sought permission to make the change official from employee number 1 and corporate officer, or officer number 4, before informing McMahon. Days after this, during which time she had finally told McMahon about her application to remain with XFL, her request was denied. In the weeks that followed, despite McMahon's warnings about rumors and directions to Miss Grant to play dumb, he began showing explicit photos of Miss Grant to people both inside and outside the company. Now that's a piece of shit right there. If you ain't gonna do as I ask and keep your mouth shut, yet you're gonna go out and show pictures of us. What a piece of shit. On March 26, 2020, McMahon sent a lengthy message to Miss Grant describing in detail the circumstances surrounding sharing explicit photos of Miss Grant. He did do that, Ghetto. He did do that. He showed no pity whatsoever. He gets on there and acts all formal and everything. But I do remember that Owen Hart ordeal. And I seen the Jeff Jarrett thing today. That's all right, Brittany. Thank you for being here. McMahon described how WWE referee left to blank and Miss Grant and told Miss Grant she had made a perfect stranger very happy. So this wasn't WWE. This was perverted PWE, perverted wrestling entertainment. Miss Grant initially dismissed this as mere fantasy talk, believing that McMahon would not actually do such a reckless thing. Sorry. But when she voiced apprehension about McMahon sharing naked photos of her with someone she did not know, McMahon's response was not to comfort her, but to assure of WWE's referee's loyalty to him. The sharing of explicit photos terrified Miss Grant as it illustrated McMahon's sheer lack of self-control, and it further panicked her that these private and intimate photos, which include her face, were being shared with complete strangers. Hey, Jeffrey, how are you? On March 30th, 2020, McMahon enthusiastically messaged Miss Grant that the referee had showed a friend a naked photo of Miss Grant, which marked the beginning of McMahon sharing Miss Grant's naked pictures with others, who he encouraged to share with their friends. Jeffrey, the songs that we're going to do this week, you can email them. No, not this week. That's right. We're changing them. We are doing the songs in chat as I see them come in, and they're going to be for a dear friend of ours. So we're going to dedicate songs to her. No, I didn't. Who was it? Did they mention Jeffrey? On March 31st, 2020, Miss Grant expressed concern to McMahon that she had no intention of having sex with these strangers and requested McMahon make messages clear as she felt threatened and distressed by the response her pictures were getting. She made clear that she did not want any perception of her moving beyond the point of mere fantasy. Shortly after, McMahon surprised Miss Grant with news that he had protected her job from a furlough that WWE would imminently announce. The furlough affected a large number of employees, and McMahon emphasized that he personally made sure that she would not be one of them, reinforcing her dependency on him. Particularly after a majority of the support staff in the legal department, all hired prior to Miss Grant, were furloughed. McMahon became the most important figure in Miss Grant's life as he meticulously asserted power and control over almost every aspect of it. Miss Grant's fear intensified over the consequences that could result from McMahon's actions. Particularly by sharing her naked pictures, she became paranoid, completely dependent on, and worshipfully devoted to McMahon. He, in turn, pressed forward in exerting his power over Miss Grant as he saw fit. McMahon recruits other men and forces Miss Grant into sex trafficking. And if anybody has a link in here and they would like to share it, just ask my wife, Tattooed Angel, there, and she will go get your link and put it in there if you're not able to. And if you're able to, please put your link in my chat. I do not care to share other people's links. In May 2020, McMahon had recruited an individual whom he manipulatively referred to as his friend to engage in a threesome with McMahon and Miss Grant. The friend turned out to be McMahon's physical therapist at the clinic and is referred to herein as physical therapist. To induce Miss Grant's participation in threesome, McMahon began referring to Miss Grant as his girlfriend and sent her a large bouquet of flowers. Nevertheless, on May 8, 2020, Miss Grant expressed apprehension about participating in the threesome. In response, McMahon insisted that the plans were already made and suggested he would lose a friendship if she did not go through with it. On the day of the threesome, May 9th, 2020, Miss Grant showed up to the condo but reiterated that she did not want to go through with the act. She expressed fear of being thrown around like a rag doll by McMahon and physical therapist. After Miss Grant clearly stated she wanted to back out, McMahon responded by telling Miss Grant for the first time that he loved her, stunning her into silence. Guys, this is just my opinion only, and I don't care to say it right here. My wife is in the chat. Ice Train passed away. Oh, okay. I'll go look at it here in a little while. But I would not tell my wife I love you just to get in her britches. There's no way. If you have to tell a female that you love them just to get in their britches and manipulate them to have sex with them, you're a piece of shit. My opinion only. You're a piece of shit if you have to manipulate a woman to have sex with you. If you can't win her over just being you, you deserve to see Thumbelina and her four sisters. Now, if she says no, and you continue to push her and push her and push her, yeah, you just don't deserve that woman. You need to go get you a magazine and go spank your monkey. You don't need to feel what it feels like to be laying with a woman if you have to push yourself on her. That is just my opinion, guy. And nobody has to agree with it. They just have to hear it because I said it on my channel. All right. McMahon's manipulative tactic resulted in the outcome he wanted, and he led her down the stairs to a bedroom where the therapist was already waiting to begin the threesome. Early in the encounter, McMahon immediately directed Miss Grant to lay down on her back in a supplicating position while straddling over her. This is a sick individual right here. McMahon then took a shit on her head, and then he left to shower off. But he instructed Miss Grant to remain in place with the shit on her in her hair and to continue performing for his friend. While Miss Grant requested protection, none was offered. McMahon and the therapist actively continued with the threesome and directed her sexual performance for around an hour and a half while she was left covered in shit. All right, guys, I'm a kinky motherfucker. I like a little kink every now and then. How in the hell are you going to shit on a woman? On her head, especially, where you're going to be kissing all over and all that. That's disgusting. That's something an animal would do. That's something a piece of fucking nasty ass dog shit would do. That's exactly, I was getting ready to say it, Donna. That's degrading to a woman. Hell, that's actually degrading to you. You just told this woman you love her, and then you shit on her head, and you go take a shower and have her to continue to perform weird shit with your physical therapist, and him do it with this shit on her. I got some damn good friends. I swear I do. I got some damn good friends. But I'm not going to do nothing with a woman after he done shit on her. I'm going to say this right now. It makes the therapist sick too. I'm going to say this right now. And if this gets out to him and he hears it, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, you are a sick son of a bitch. Holy shit, guys. That's nasty. All right, let's go on and read before I keep saying something I might not want to say. Following a threesome on May 11th, 2020, McMahon sent an explicit message to Miss Grant that further detailed his fantasies. Oh, yeah, here, I've seen this too, guys. I've seen her engaged in sexual relations. Now, guys, if I skip it, you just have to look and see what it says. If you don't hear me say it. Hey, Mary Jane, it's good to see you. He said, I love it. That's you, Janelle. You just can't get enough, can you? In the future, it's going to be it's going to be so bad that you'll demand to be twice a day and not just with blank in a three-way. Why not let others see the beautiful, voluptuous body and watch you shake uncontrollably when you come? They'll go out of their minds. Then I'll find more friends and will tie you up so you're helpless. I'll direct them to have their way and make have their way any way they want. Who can make you scream the loudest? Maybe I'll just line them up and have them squirt in your mouth, in your, and all over your, yeah. At the same time, you'll be covered in it, and we'll make you eat it all and taste everybody. The next morning, you'll be a little sore, but you're still going to want more. After all that, over and over and over. McMahon then pressured Miss Grant into several additional threesomes, in large part because she felt she had no other choice. You're fine, Donna. I understand. Particularly after McMahon's comments that he had personally ensured that she had not lost her job. Her subsequent run-ins with physical therapists and alternative clinic also served as a reminder of how much was at stake if she did not obey. McMahon controlled Miss Grant's employment, income, paid for her medical care, circulated naked pictures of her, and ignored lack of consent for the first threesome. Indeed, when text conversations would begin to cross from McMahon's fantasies into reality, Miss Grant often attempted to avoid physical contact with physical therapist. On September 23rd, 2020, when she told McMahon there was no room for a third body, after the threesomes began, McMahon became more sadistic and his fantasies focused out of control, such as choking, sensory deprivation, pain, humiliation, and group scenarios in which she was to be physically overwhelmed and subservient. Y'all guys can read that. Y'all can read that, and then I'll go on down. All right. Yeah, he's nasty, ain't he? On one occasion, he instructed Miss Grant, do not knock on the door, because if I see you, I will in the hallway. To leave no doubt regarding the dynamic of their relationship, on May 12, 2020, McMahon texted Miss Grant, I'm the only one who owns you and controls who I want to you. A theme that was often reiterated throughout their involvement. On June 17th, Miss Grant sent text to McMahon noting her 1-year anniversary in joining WWE. McMahon ignored her. I know. That's nasty, man. A month later, McMahon reminded Miss Grant about the far-reaching result of his texting out explicit content of her. By now, thousands of men see you every day all over the world. They all want you. Around this time, McMahon openly shared photographs and salacious stories about Miss Grant with WWE crew at TV tapings, a group McMahon also referred to as her fan club. Indeed, McMahon exuberantly messaged her a truthful story of having just shared explicit content of her group of 12 men on the WWE tech crew and recounted the obscene details he shared with them. All right, hey, Mission Possible, how you doing? I'm going to scroll up and I'm going to leave it there for a minute. If you want to, you can come back and read it. I'll leave it there for just a minute, and that way you can go back and read it. On the occasion when Miss Grant informed McMahon that she was physically injured during their sexual encounter, McMahon's response varied from apologies to non-accountable pushback and blaming impulse control when encounters were particularly brutal. Miss Grant learned to bookend the truth of her injuries with compliments to create the least amount of pushback from McMahon. However, Miss Grant sustained brutal and painful injuries, including bleeding, swelling, bruising, and spans of incontinence resulting from McMahon's forceful use of his fists, adult toys, and objects unsafe for vaginal insertion or penetration. All right, guys, give me just a second, and then I'm going to show you some pictures and video. But how can you make that up, man? I mean, it's outrageous. I understand, but you can't make it up, though. I don't think you can. Give me just a second, guys, and I'm going to just wait right there till I get done. And we're going to check out some videos that I seen from. Now these were storylines in the WWE business. So just watch these. Let's see. Let's make it bigger. Let's watch these and then just listen to what. This is his daughter over here. This is Stephanie McMahon. Was this actually a storyline or was it the truth? Now, just listen. You can't. Hold on. Give me just a second, guys. I keep forgetting. All right. All right, here we go. Listen.
You manipulate me and use me. All my life just to be the apple of my daddy's eye.
Have a little fun here.
Every time I went out to dinner with one of your business associates, I was 17 years old. You don't think they told me what you promised them I'd do? And guess what, Dad? I did it. I did it for you, the things I did with them, and I'm ashamed of myself. I'm ashamed of myself. You manipulate me and use me.
That was one of the stories. Story number 2.
Oh, no. Oh, no, my God.
Guys, that is tongue. That is tongue.
I can't believe Mr. McMahon is groping.
Trish Stratus.
I can't believe he's groping, kissing Trish like that in front of his own wife. Mr. McMahon humiliating, embarrassing his own wife.
In slow.
All right, now this is supposed to be Hulk Hogan asking him some questions. All right, here we go.
Now I'm going to ask this nice and slow so you can comprehend the question and answer it correctly. Are you a sick, perverted, power-hungry freak? No.
He's taking a lie detector test.
I'm a very well-respected businessman the world over. All right? I do what I do for me and me only. But let me tell you this. I am no pervert. Now I'm going to ask this nice and slow so you can comprehend.
He is no pervert, yet the thing says different. This is Vince McMahon on the Donahue show back in 1992. Damn, that's been a minute.
If it was in the
I
World
don't
Wrestling
want it in
Federation.
my organization. I don't want it.
I'd like to reiterate the question. Do you believe there is sexual harassment amongst the wrestlers or employees of the World Wrestling Federation today?
There is a possibility of that. That's why I have these independent investigators to come in.
And who are these independent investigators?
Fairfax Group Limited. And I would like...
I remember that. Mark Henry was the daddy.
Would you therefore believe that because of all these allegations coming forward and more corroborating evidence proving that there's no doubt sexual harassment is running rampant in the World Wrestling Federation, that you are definitely going to come public and do something about it?
Why wouldn't I? If in fact that is the case, why wouldn't I do something about it? Why would I risk what we have?
Because you haven't done anything about it until it became public, because you thought it was
Because I
underwater.
had no knowledge of it.
I made knowledge of it to you when I was fired, and you just blew it off and let me go. I
You were
retained
fired
a lawyer.
because you were not very good. You were not a very good announcer. You could not... It's the only reason why you were fired. You could not make the transition from radio to television. That is the only reason why you were fired.
I would like to remind you, sir, that I have a 2-year contract. 2
You
years.
also have a clause in your contract that states, and as you know, you were hired on a trial basis.
I was not hired
You
on a
also
trial
have
basis.
you do not have a
Mr.
contract?
McMahon, I have a 2-year deal with your firm.
In that contract, you will note, and a clause that states very clearly, and I have it outlined for all to see here today, that you can be fired almost at whim if, in fact, you're not doing a good job. You did a horrible job. That's the only reason why you were fired. That's it.
Maybe I should point out, first and foremost, that might be your inability to pick good talent.
It could be.
You had a national talent search, Vince McMahon.
Could be.
You advertised in Billboard magazine and across many different media sources searching for one man that could be the new face and voice of the World Wrestling Federation. You flew me in back and forth 4 and 5 different times from Detroit, and you chose over the course of 1 year of negotiations that I would be the man for that job. I didn't sleep with your vice president. 2 weeks later, I'm fired. I also want to point out one very important fact. From your office came a letter to my landlord to verify my employment. From that letter, I must bring this point up. It says, Murray Hodson has a very secure job with Titan Sports and is a positive and productive employee. From your office. Just because I don't sleep with your vice president, that qualifies to blow me out of a 2-year deal? I don't buy it.
Right. Well, look, Vince, your vice president made a pass at me. You never told me that. No one had any knowledge. Human Resources had no knowledge of that. Rene Dubose was waiting to hear your story. Why did you wait 6 months? You asked me for $160,000 today, otherwise you were coming on this program. I'm happy you're on this program.
Mr. McMahon, do not try to deflect the truth here. First
What
and
are you
foremost,
asking for? How much money have you asked for?
I have never asked for any amount of money from you. You have tried to buy me off to shut up so I wouldn't come forward and tell of these allegations that's running through the World Wrestling Federation.
Wow. That's the first I heard of that one. I believe there's this one. These are the screenshots from that thing. So if y'all want to go look them up, thread 1 and 2, screenshots of Vic McMahon's messages from the new lawsuit. All right, let's see here. That's all I've got for right now. And we will go back to those others in a minute. All right, let's bring back up. You're probably hearing me echo. Let me kill that echo. There we go. We'll bring this back up the screen. Can y'all see that? All right. Right there's where we stop. We'll start right here. Before we get started again, if you want to, please hit that like, hit that share, and hit that subscribe. If you have subscribed, thank you. If you haven't, thank you for being here anyway, and consider hitting the subscribe button. And also, if you would like to support the channel, you can in the Cash App or the PayPal. You don't have to. That's not required. The only requirement I ask you is come in here, have a good time, and enjoy the show with us and enjoy the people with us. And also, you can hit the join button and become a member. And once you hit that join button, you don't become a member. You become family. Because over here, I consider everybody family. Y'all are family to me. I got some uncles. I got some nieces. I got some brothers. I got some sisters. I got all kinds of family in here. So please consider it. Thank you very much. All right. We'll get started right here with 149. And there'll probably be a part 4 and 5 to this so we can finish it out because I'm on 30 now of 67, and that's been 3 days. All right, it says, for instance, on August 28, 2020, Miss Grant texted McMahon that she was injured during their sexual encounter. Thank you very much, Lazy. I really do appreciate that. Thank y'all so much for doing that. I really, really do appreciate it. And thank you for watching, subscribing, and popping in and watching the shows every now and then. Now, also, like I said, on Friday nights, we have a music channel where we play music. Because, as y'all know, y'all don't want to come in and from work and just sit there and watch TV. You might want to hear some music and relax and calm down. What's up, Chicken Snake? So if y'all would be interested, Becca or Kiki and Lee, can you get the White Trash Family link and put it in here? And that way you can go over and sub up to it. And that way you can come over Friday and Saturday night. Friday night's going to be a dedication show for a dear friend of ours. And Saturday night is Shinedown music. So I call it a concert. You get to hear all music from Shinedown. And we got a wheel that we will pick the concert for the following week. So if Kiki and Lee or Sierra can go over and get White Trash Family link and put it in here, please think about going over there and checking us out over there. As a result, McMahon's insistence on penetrating Miss Grant with extra large toys, including a vibrating wand that caused her to panic. McMahon ignored Miss Grant's warnings that the device was not meant for insertion and forcefully shoved the wand that it became stuck for a period. There you go. Hit that link that Kiki and Lee put in there and enjoy. Hello, Rosie. It's good to see you. Oh, that's fine. Jeffrey, you can go back and watch. She texted she was in pain and bleeding a lot between last night and today. And I'm on the floor right now because I can't get comfortable. Thank you, Sierra. Exactly, Lazy. So come on over and check us out this Friday and Saturday. Like I said, if you like Shinedown. Juju Bones, how are you? It's good to see you. On August 29th, 2020, she texted him an update that she was still really uncomfortable and I got hurt in some way that I'm having trouble describing. McMahon did apologize, saying that sometimes he got carried away. We're going to make it a dedication show, Sean, for our Rocket Queen. It was for the skating, so that'll be the following Friday. Not this coming Friday, but next Friday. So, and you don't have to put it in the chat. I mean, you can put it in the email or just wait till Friday night and put it in here and I'll just play it. You can say whatever you want to and I'll get the song and play it. You can say whatever you want to our dear friend. All right. McMahon recruits Laurinaitis into his exploitation of Miss Grant and transfer him to Laurinaitis' department. at WWE, trafficking and sex acts at WWE headquarters. Now, if anybody don't know, if they missed any of the shows that I've done about this, Johnny Laurinaitis is actually the brother of one of the most famous tag teams of all time. Okay, if she wants to come up when I do it, you and her are more than welcome to come up. Okay? I would really like that. I would really like that. But this Laurinaitis is actually the brother to Animal of the Road Warriors. And Animal, as you know, if you don't know, is the one that wore the mohawk, the long ponytail mohawk, not the one with the two on the side, but the one right down the middle. Okay, Brittany, that's fine. Come on up. You and Juju Bones. During this time, Miss Grant became so sick from the stress of the situations that McMahon had subjected her to that her weight plummeted to just over 100 pounds, which McMahon ignored. One distressing event occurred on November 21st, 2020, when McMahon drove Miss Grant to WWE headquarters to fulfill his fantasy of having sex with her in his office, causing Miss Grant to suffer a panic attack in the passenger seat while pleading with McMahon to change his mind and drive her back. McMahon scoffed and then gave her an ultimatum: either have a sexual encounter in his office or inside the parked car. Miss Grant obeyed McMahon's directions, and they entered the headquarters for the encounter. No, I did postpone it till the following week, and I did get your and Pearl's songs. I don't know if I got them for Rocket, but I will go look here in a minute, and I'll let you know. Okay, Chicken Snake. But I think I did get yours for the skating. But I'll look, okay, Chicken Snake. It is heartbreaking, Rosie. No, it's not. He's not a good guy in real life. Oh, he is tied to these allegations. He's involved in this. John Laurinaitis is. He's already in here. Him and I'm just going to say this, Lazy. John Laurinaitis is, and I'll just say, and you put the name that you think. I've already said it in here myself, but a UFC champion that come to WWE that will no longer be working for WWE anymore. I just seen that somewhere today that he won't be in WWE for a long, long, long time. UFC champion that come to WWE. No, it wasn't Hogan. Hogan was never WWE. I mean, Hogan was never UFC champion. There's only one UFC champion I know that come to WWE. Thank you, Duplass. It is Brock. In my opinion, it's Brock Lesnar. That's the only one I know that can fit the bill. Yep. Where'd it go? Further, despite Miss Grant's repeated statements that she did not consent to threesomes with McMahon and a therapist, McMahon advertised her to others and told her that he found her another person to join them. Defendant, which has already been named in here now, is John Laurinaitis. So he is named. Okay, well, okay, then I got the ones you sent for Rocket. Okay. Well, they said it was well, it could be though, Lazy. I never thought of that. I'm sorry. You were correct. Ronda Rousey was one too. That would be one hell of a plot twist, though. Maybe that's why she left. I don't know. I'm still going to throw my hat in on Brock Lesnar and say it was him, though. But I would be shocked as shit if it would be Ronda Rousey. On November 20th, McMahon pressed Miss Grant to make explicit photos and videos to send to Laurinaitis. McMahon orchestrated exchanges by instructing Miss Grant when to create the content for Laurinaitis, including what to say, and provided her with notes to adjust her performance. What? This man is crazy. He's actually controlling everything about this woman. To what she says, what she does. I'm waiting for it to come out in here what she can eat that morning, or what she can have for dinner, which, according to him, is all sexual. Notably, even once phone numbers were exchanged between Miss Grant and Laurinaitis. McMahon insisted that he be privy to any messages that Miss Grant sent to Laurinaitis. Yeah, he was. That's why. Oh shit, who was he? He was supposed to fight somebody, and they had to do a quick change, and I can't remember who it was. I can't remember who his match was with, and demanded that she report back about all interactions, further illustrating the level of control he held over Miss Grant. That's this. Okay, this to me, guys, and I'm going to tell you what I think it sounds like. It sounds like a man, and I'm an older man, but it sounds like an older man that finds him a younger woman, and he don't want that woman to go nowhere. What, Kristen? Was it Dominic? Okay. But he gets him a younger woman, and he don't want her to be with nobody else. So he controls her to tell her what to say, when to say it, how to do it, what to dress in, what to eat, how to eat, when to get up, when to go sleep, do all the chores in the house, clean the yard, and everything. So that's what it sounds like to me. Okay, on or about December 29th, 2020, a threesome was arranged between McMahon, Laurinaitis. What is it? Okay, see, this is another thing. I haven't heard. He's always said threesome. But have you seen any female names in here? The first threesome I seen was him and his physical therapist, which was a man. Now it's McMahon, Miss Grant, and John Laurinaitis, which is a man. Sounds like he got a little bit of gay side with him. And I'm not saying nothing about gay people. Trust me, I'm not. But if you're going to have a threesome, wouldn't you want to have a threesome with two women? That, to me, it's just a little weird to have threesomes with two men and one woman. In my opinion, some people may think different, and that's fine. But me and Becky gonna have a threesome, and it ain't gonna be another man, because he ain't gonna make a mislick and go up mine. Because I'll punch him right in his mouth. McMahon instructed her to tell Laurinaitis that she was a neighbor and girlfriend working in the legal field, but not at WWE. Shortly after meeting Laurinaitis, you and Mission Possible speak Tagalog. And okay, Kristen, not trying to be mean, because the only thing that I speak is English and Southern English. So that's the only two. So what is Tagalog? Is it Tagalog? Yeah, Tagalog. Exactly. And y'all are laughing at me, ain't you, Rosie and Juju? Well, I wouldn't want it to go up my backside. That's an exit only. I got a tattoo back there that says exit only. That's my tramp stamp. Exit only. Shortly after meeting Laurinaitis, Miss Grant asked him if she was the first woman whom McMahon had introduced him into such a setting. Laurinaitis failed to respond and shot a dirty look at McMahon, who quickly intervened by kissing Miss Grant and initiating the sexual encounter amongst the three. Okay. I'll just make it sure. See what I don't. Nappy booty Salamat. What's that? What's that mean, Mission? Not nappy booty. It says Napica booty. Once again, Miss Grant asked for protection. Once again, her request is denied after an assurance that Laurinaitis was clean. So he's been with this Laurinaitis before. If not, how does Vince McMahon know Laurinaitis is clean? Oh, it's Filipino. Okay. Well, what does that mean that Mission said up there? One of y'all tell me. The Napica booty Salamat. Hold on just a minute, guys. Laurinaitis is married to the Bella twins' mom. Wonder how that household is doing after all these. I don't know. That's wild. Oh, he's saying thank you. Okay. In the days that followed, McMahon texted her that Laurinaitis hugged me like a bear and said thank you to me about 12 times already. In contrast, Laurinaitis messaged Miss Grant, thanks for the fun afternoon. Oh, you're fine, Markella. Okay, on or around January 25th, 2021, Miss Grant was reassigned to directly support WWE's new hire, a high-ranking employee in the legal department. On February 5th, McMahon sent Miss Grant to establish a schedule for when other men, including the therapist and Laurinaitis, could have sex with Miss Grant, which Miss Grant attempted to rebuff. Oh, baby, he's not the only one. Call me this. Never mind. I'll leave this right here and let you come back and read it. All right. Text like this, a shift schedule caused Miss Grant to suffer breakdowns over how original hope for a new life had been reduced to an objective and dehumanized existence with no way out. On or about March 6, 2021, a second threesome between McMahon, Laurinaitis, and Miss Grant occurred. On March 2021, WWC had not hired a replacement for the corporate officer number 4's termination in November 2020. McMahon informed Miss Grant, still an entry-level coordinator, that top executives in the company knew about the relationship and that her presence in the legal department was effectively delaying the company's efforts to hire a new placement for his high-ranking official, reinforcing the fact that many within the company were well aware of the circumstances detailed herein. It's hard, ain't it? It's hard to believe that Vince McMahon been on TV since I was fucking 5 years old, and I'm at 55 now, so over 50 years. Well, WWE has. And he could talk like that. I wonder how his daddy's feeling right now. I wonder if his daddy was anything like this. Okay. Vince is twisted. Is a twisted man. All right. I'm probably going to read down to page 35 and then call it a day. It says, as a result, McMahon stated the plan was for her to exchange departments, and he verbally directed Miss Grant to transfer the talent relations department, reporting to John Laurinaitis. Oh, Vince gross. Even Hugh Hefner have a movie. Yeah, I know. You told me that last night, Mr. Alex. Still, it's even having Paul Smith. Nah. And the reason I say this, Mr. Alex, is why would you step down from a company if you're not guilty of none of these? Why would you step down from TKO? Why would you turn over all your business and have nothing to do with WWE? In 51 years, no McMahon is in WWE now. Not Vince, not Shane, not Stephanie, not his wife. The only one close to to Vince McMahon that's in WWE is Triple H. And that's because he's married to Stephanie. They may defend Vince, and there's a lot of people that's going to defend Vince. But him stepping down and him stepping down off the board at TKO shows his guilt to me. Really shows his guilt to me. And another thing, the UFC fighter that didn't show up this past weekend for the pay-per-view, and his name is mentioned in this also, that shows guilt there too from him. And all the shit he's done in the past on TV, the kiss my ass, the shit with Trish Stratus, it's probably happening in real life. And he's just using his show to make it look like a show. He'd probably say it's going to be a show. It's a storyline. Ain't no damn storyline if you drop out and leave the company. Bruce Pritchard is one of Vince's closest allies. He still has to go. Yeah. And look at all the wrestlers coming out talking about it now. I seen Jeff Jarrett talking about it. Who was the other one? I seen yeah. What's the he started out on WCW and was with the NWO. Eric Bischoff. I've seen Eric Bischoff say he couldn't believe this, but he does. There's a bunch of other wrestlers I've seen. It's sick. It's nasty. And I believe this man is guilty. Look, if I'm not guilty of something, I'm not going nowhere. I'm still here on YouTube. Been called all kinds of shit. But I proved everything on my side. So I don't believe that. I believe, and when Brock got the video, he called the girl a bitch. Yeah. He sure did. All right. And that's just well, I don't think The Rock is, because TKO, see, Vince stepped down from TKO from his chairman board or whatever seat he had. But as soon as Vince stepped down, they brought The Rock in. And The Rock took Vince's place on the board. He is one of the head men at TKO now. That's why he showed up that night. And this is just me, guys. I'm just saying this. It might be talking about Roman Reigns, but when you know, if y'all watch WWE, a couple of weeks ago, Rock showed back up and said he likes to go out and eat. So would it be okay for him to sit in a booth, sit at a bar, or sit at the head of the table? Now, he could be talking about sitting at the head of the table because of Roman Reigns, because that's his cousin. Or was he talking about sitting at the head of the table for TKO because he has a chair on the board now? It's something to think about. On March 10th, 2021, Miss Grant sent McMahon a text message recapping their conversation, expressing shock and a range of concerns, including about Laurinaitis. Essentially, Miss Grant expressed a desire to be treated humanly and taken seriously, which she acknowledged could be an uphill battle. It's crazy, but that don't make it not true. But Lord, yeah, it is, ain't it? He better settle out of court, because if this goes to court, this woman will take him for everything. He will put Vince McMahon in poverty. And that's what I think will happen. Unfortunately, Miss Grant's transfers to the talent relations department came with the expectation from both McMahon and Laurinaitis that she engage with Laurinaitis sexually, both physically and explicit content. Now, his money might keep him out of prison. I'm not going to say it is, because he had an NDA, no disclosure clause. But I don't know why she waited. But she had a no disclosure clause. No disclosure. It's an NDA. I can't remember what it's actually called. Non-disclosure something. On March 10th, 2021, WWE Officer Number 2 informed Grant that day that she would officially be moved to talent relations. Exactly, Paul. Exactly. And I showed some of the non-disclosure agreement. Thank you, Lazy. That's what it is. She had Vince had one of them on there. I don't think he might do some prison time, but he'll do it at a damn luxury prison where he gets steak and all that good stuff. And we quickly begin reporting to Laurinaitis. Although details about her role, including a title and salary, were still being firmed up, in essence, Miss Grant found herself in a completely undefined role, except for the understanding that she remained a sexual slave to be used and trafficked by McMahon within the WWE. And, you know, this word right here is the one that's going to hurt the worst if they go to court. That right there. And the others. But this one right here is going to hurt the worst, in my opinion. March 12, 2021, McMahon reminded her of a connection between her job and her role as a sexual object. If they go to court, Kristen, they won't have no money, because I'm telling you, in my opinion, she will take him for every dime that he has. He will put him in poverty, or she will put them in poverty. Let's work hard and play hard too. On March 16th, Miss Grant was directed to pick up a key to Laurinaitis' hotel room and serve herself to him as breakfast before the start of work. McMahon constantly reinforced the expectation that Miss Grant sexually performed for him and her new boss, Laurinaitis, both in and out of the office. McMahon wrote on March 22nd, "Do you promise to make me proud, baby? Will you show him what a porn star you can be? Will you show off for me like never before? And on days when he's in town, I want him to every morning and later in the office too." This is just one woman right now that's doing this. This is just one woman. Now, maybe since this woman here come out, there's going to be quite a few that come out. McMahon also indicated on April 2nd, 2021, Miss Grant should obey if Laurinaitis wanted to bring in yet more men. See, it's always bringing in more men. These some sick individuals. All right, and you can read. I'll leave this up here for a minute, and then you can go back and read it later. That's all. I'm leaving it up there. I don't want to see shit like that. In April 2021, WWE's Senior Vice President of Human Resources was fired, and hey, Penny. And I believe the Human Resource Vice President was either Jerry Briscoe or the other one. I can't remember it again. I'm sorry, guys, because I haven't been around in so long. But I believe it was Jerry Briscoe or the other one, and he passed away, and he was I believe he was gay also. She may have felt trapped because of her job and what Vince could do, because he done threatened her with lawyers. Yeah, he named the colored dildos after black wrestlers and the white ones after white wrestlers. The same month, McMahon informed Miss Grant that she would be given the title of Vice President, Operations within the Talent Relations Department. However, days later, McMahon backtracked and said she would be a Director of Operations instead, to avoid suspicion of a sudden promotion to Vice President. During this conversation, McMahon told Miss Grant that he had expressed to other management that he wanted her to reach the level of Vice President and spend a year or two in that position, and she would be able to take the experience anywhere. I don't believe he's going to get away with this, though, Kristen. Miss Grant left this conversation with McMahon hoping that she could escape this situation with her finances and reputation intact. She just needed to survive until that point. All right. In April 2021, meeting between Miss Grant and Officer Number 2, Officer Number 2 acknowledged that the jump initially proposed to Vice President was too big and could put a target on Miss Grant's back. Nevertheless, Corporate Officer Number 2 presented Miss Grant with paperwork detailing a base salary increase to $200,000 as Director of Operations. As soon as Miss Grant began working directly for Laurinaitis, forcible touching and overtly sexual behavior became part of her daily life when he was in office. On numerous occasions, Grant was directed to visit Laurinaitis at his hotel room before work to serve herself to him as breakfast. These devastating experiences made Miss Grant feel as though she were being pimped out. And that's exactly what it was. She was being pimped out by Vince McMahon as an object for sexual gratification for her new boss. Upon information and belief, corporate funds from WWE were used to finance Laurinaitis' hotel stays when they coerced sexual encounters occurred. Per McMahon's instructions, Miss Grant reported interactions with Laurinaitis back to McMahon, for whom the story served as a source of arousal. I used to watch that too, Rosie, but I wasn't really a Miz fan, so I didn't watch it that much. I'd watch a show here and there. The arrangement with Laurinaitis left Miss Grant miserable and enraged. However, in her years of experience with McMahon, she knew her request to stop would be ignored at best or used to destroy her career and reputation at worst. Miss Grant was further left feeling isolated by colleagues and surveilled by the top level employees within WWE. There are two lawyers speculate that civil lawsuit ain't the end of trouble. He could be a whole lot more in trouble there, Mr. Alex. That's true. It does sound like the Stockholm Syndrome, don't it, Johnny? In a way, to me it does. Professionally and personally, Miss Grant's fate was entirely in the hands of McMahon, Laurinaitis, and other WWE executives who enabled her abuse. On May 24th, 2021, McMahon messaged Miss Grant to remind her that a mistake could destroy her career and that she would pursue verbal communication rather than written where possible. And we'll leave this here, let y'all see that, and then y'all can come back and read it later. I can't remember. I think it started in 2000. I think it started in 2018. Well, he met her in 2018. I think all this started in 2019, Tina. So while we're sitting here waiting, let me go ahead and move that up, guys. I really don't want to see any more of that. I'll start right there. Do me a favor and please hit that like, please hit that share, and please hit the subscribe button. If you have hit that subscribe button, thank you so much. If you haven't, thank you for being here, and think about hitting that subscribe button for me. You can also support the channel by becoming a member, and as soon as you join, you will not be called a member. You will be called family, because I consider people family here. I don't consider you a subscriber or a member. I consider you family. Me and Tattooed Angel. On all our channels, we consider you family. Also, Friday nights and Saturday nights, we play music on our other channel, which is White Trash Family. And Becca, if you don't care, or whoever can, please go grab White Trash Family 2229 link and put it in here. And if you'd like to come over and listen to some music this Friday and Saturday, please come on over. Saturday will be a Shinedown concert, and Friday is a dedication show for a family member that desperately needs it. So please think about that. Also, if you would like to help the family member that's having some very difficulties right now in their family, go to the top of the chat and hit that link. And if you'd like to, please contribute that way. And if not, you can also contribute and help her through prayers in here. And thank you for that, Markella. Thank you so much. But this week, if you come in, I want you to just tell me what you would like to send to our dear friend. And if you have helped her out, this is coming from me. I thank you very much, because she really does need it. She needs prayers, and she needs the love that we can all support and give her right now. She's been with me since day one, and I love her for it. And I send her my love and prayers. And just if you can help in any way, if you can help monetary, if you can't, that's fine. If you could help by sending prayers and love toward her, that would be very much appreciated. So if you don't care, would you throw prayer hands up in here for her right now? And I would very much appreciate it. Also, if you'd like to help the channel out, you can in the Cash App or the PayPal. That's not required. You don't have to do that, but it would be appreciated. The only thing I ask you to do is come in here, have a good time, and enjoy the people that's here with us right now, and enjoy the show, what we're talking about. Thank y'all so much for the prayer hands. It really means a lot. All right, guys, so I'm going to get started back, and I might go, I don't know. I'll go till I get tired. How's that? All right. Panic that someone else's mistake could cost Miss Grant her livelihood left her feeling helpless and afraid of what would happen if McMahon's mood shifted, leading her to message him expressions of loyalty, love, and submission as a coping mechanism, and with the hope that he would protect her. On June 14, 2021, Miss Grant again told McMahon, "Thank you, everybody that's sticking in these prayer hands. I really do appreciate it. I know she does. It's very kind of y'all. Thank you so much." Miss Grant told McMahon that she did not want to engage in encounters with Laurinaitis, adding, "I've left the hotel feeling bad about myself every time." McMahon responded that one-on-one encounters could cease, but he expected threesomes with Laurinaitis to continue. See, it's always him with threesomes, 2 men and a woman. That's ridiculous, guys. In my opinion, that's just ridiculous. All right, McMahon and Laurinaitis confined Miss Grant in an office for an abusive sexual assault at WWE headquarters. Thank you, Miss Rosie, for that. I'm sure she would be very much appreciative of that. And I won't say her name in here. I'm sure everybody's feeling like they know. But that's not for me to say. If she wants to come in and say anything, that's up to her on her own time when she's ready. And that would be very fine with me. She can come in anytime she wants to and tell the story if she would like to in her own time. But I know right now, I don't think she would be ready. Yes, we love our Rocket Queen. All right. The following morning, June 15, 2021, at approximately 7:51 a.m., Miss Grant messaged McMahon that due to her work on an important project, she did not want the threesome, but that week as a threesome set me up for success. It'll knock me out. To avoid pushback from McMahon, Miss Grant offered the following week instead. It don't help, though. Trust me, I know someone that's got PTSD causes something like this, and it don't help her. Really, Alan? She had it coming? Why do you say she had it coming? Nobody block him yet. I want to see his answer why she had it coming. Come on, tell me, Alan, why she had it coming. Nobody block him. If you can give me a fair answer why she had it coming, we can talk about it. It is Transformers. It is. It's messed up. I want Mr. Harper to tell me why she had it coming. Everybody has the right to their own opinion. Yeah, we can wait. I mean, hell, I got plenty of time. I'll have to be at work till tomorrow. You can't come up with a reason? Or are you typing one? I'm just going to tell you this, Mr. Harper. This is my opinion. You can like it. You don't have to. You can if you want. This is just my opinion. No woman on God's green earth deserves to have a man degrade her to the point where he shits on her and uses her as a fucking piece of meat. They don't deserve to be shit on like he shit on her, literally. And if you think that a woman is not equal to you, then you can still come. I don't care. But in my opinion, you're an asshole. Because a woman wasn't made to be used as a piece of meat or a play toy or anything like that, or be degraded where they shit on her. I've been with my wife going on 14 years. And I know most men, some men say that a woman should walk behind her. I don't want my wife to walk behind me. She's my better half of me, and she will walk beside me. She is my equal. She is my rib. She is what made me whole. She will walk beside me, not behind me. She don't need to be treated like a piece of meat. So you just wanted to come in here and start shit up. That's fine. You have your opinion, sir. But I guarantee you, out of the 33 people that I see in here, 32 people disagree with you. Just my opinion, Mr. Harper. So I'll continue reading, and you have a good day, sir. So I will continue. McMahon and Laurinaitis ignored her plea and brought her into Laurinaitis' office, forcibly touching and undressing her before forcing her. Now this is something that she deserves. Just listen to me, Mr. Harper. This is what she deserved. Undressing before forcing her into engage in a threesome. He forced her, and she deserved that, right? Okay. In a threesome on a conference table. Miss Grant pleaded, no, no, no. She deserved that. No means no in my book. And please stop. Yeah. That don't mean continue. And then McMahon responded with no means yes. Now, I don't know where he went to school or where you went to school, Mr. Harper, but no means no. And that means back the fuck off. And in my opinion, yes. Night Demon says the same thing that I'm thinking. But now I asked you to give your opinion now, Mr. Harper, and you haven't spoke yet. So you must just want to come in here and start the trouble. So continue to watch, sir. Please. Seriously, continue to watch. Instead, McMahon licked his fingers and said, take it, bitch, with each taking turns restraining her for the other. So she deserved it while they held her hands down, forced themselves onto her and into her. She deserved that. Oh, I know I would have. I don't care if I was a trash man working at WWE and I seen that. I'd have lost my fucking job that day because I'd have whooped the dog shit out of Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis, even though he was a wrestler. So was I. On June 23rd, around 11:42 a.m., McMahon directed Miss Grant in the middle of a workday to meet him on a lower floor where when Miss Grant arrived, McMahon led her into a private locker room, locked the door, and forced himself on her over a massage table where she deserved it, right, Mr. Harper? Later that day, $15,000 in gift cards to Bloomingdale's were purchased at McMahon's direction and delivered by McMahon's personal assistant to Miss Grant in her office. She deserved that $15,000 because of what she done. She deserves more than that, and she's going to get it from this gentleman. What happened to her, she didn't deserve. On multiple other occasions, while Miss Grant worked under Laurinaitis, including after McMahon's promise that one-on-one encounters would end, and even after his wife moved across the country to join Laurinaitis, he would call Miss Grant to his office, lock the door, unzip his pants, and instruct Miss Grant to perform oral sex. Through all this, Miss Grant noticed that the less sexual engaged with Laurinaitis, the less work she had. Laurinaitis began to belittle Miss Grant in front of colleagues. Fearing herself and her future, Miss Grant asked Laurinaitis whether she still supported her promotion to vice president. He deflected with an answer about considering all options and changed the topic. The extreme uncertainty and fear for her future exacerbated Miss Grant's physical symptoms of illness, including gastrointestinal issues and vomiting, which continued to worsen over the remainder of her time in WWE. You're probably right, Joni. You are probably right. and it's wrong. All right, I'm going to go to page 40. So we'll go there. And that will be this page and another page. McMahon uses Miss Grant as a sexual pawn to entice world-famous wrestling talent and to keep WWE superstars under contract with WWE. You know, I never thought of that. I never thought of that. But WWE superstars are famous worldwide as a top talent with WWE, a large collective fan base that helps generate viewership and drives in-person attendance, all of which enrich WWE and McMahon. Upon information and belief, McMahon began to recruit superstars for a sexual encounter with Grant while she's still a coordinator in the legal department. By July 2021, McMahon informed that Miss Grant that WWE superstar would be her next playmate. As in other instances, McMahon described his fantasy seeing Miss Grant engaged in unmerciful sex acts with the superstar, during which he would rip her open. I believe you, Mr. Alex. He needs to pay for everything. Her mental, her physical anguish, every bit of it. Every single bit of what this woman went through. Her trauma, every bit. McMahon also confided to Miss Grant that he wanted Superstar under a new contract, while Superstar indicated an interest in return to other professional endeavors. And I remember when said Lesnar wanted to go to back to another company. On or about July 12, 2021, McMahon directed Miss Grant to create personalized sexual content for Superstar. McMahon shared the photos with the Superstar and then informed Miss Grant he likes what he sees. I would rather not, Lazy. I would rather not imagine what she went through. Yes, this Laurinaitis guy is the brother of Animal. This guy that benched this gentleman right up here. Right up here, the one he said he wanted, right here. This John Laurinaitis is Animal's brother from Road Warriors. So I do remember that. On July 21st, 2021, McMahon flew and or called Superstar to fly on a jet into local airport into Connecticut across the state lines for what McMahon described to Miss Grant as a business dinner, as well as a sexual encounter with Miss Grant in McMahon's condo. Upon information and belief, the dinner was to discuss Superstar's continued involvement with WWE. He may have. I don't know. Prior to the business dinner with McMahon, Superstar made a brief visit to Miss Grant's building. However, Superstar did not return to the building for a sexual encounter because he was too intoxicated and taken back to the plane. Later that evening, after McMahon recounted the story about his dinner with the Superstar to Miss Grant, he sought to salvage the night with a request that they role play a sexual encounter in which McMahon acted as if he were the Superstar. McMahon was so physically rough with Grant during this encounter that Grant begged McMahon to stop numerous times, including cries of help. Okay, guys. And if you're still listening, Mr. Harper, when a woman cries help, that's not something that she deserves. That's something that she is afraid for her life. She is afraid of the injuries, of the retaliation, of what's going to happen. So, thank you for coming in here and giving your opinion, Mr. Harper. I really do appreciate it. And I know what kind of women in your life are like. So thank you for that. But this is the kind of women that need help, that don't deserve it. Miss Janelle Grant of WWE. I'm serious and I'm scared. As he, among other things, yeah, sure was mad. Now we have a guy that's for Vince McMahon in here. His name's Mr. Harper. He says she deserved all this. What do you think about that there, Mab? I don't think any woman deserves something like this. And if this is false, so be it. But if it's not, so be it for Mr. McMahon on what he gets. Porter, I'm not going to say that, but you see what he said here. Porter hair pinned her, shoved her, and open palm slapped her. McMahon's assault caused Miss Grant to break down, weeping and curl into the fetal position with her arms pulled up to protect her face. McMahon alternated between slaps and shoves before admitting that I'm really fucking up with you right now, and left. Fucking up with you, right and left, huh? McMahon forbade Miss Grant from leaving his condo that night unless she could verbally assure him that there wasn't a problem and everything between them was okay. Notably, however, he made no effort to check on her well-being after she left his condo. August 26, 2021, WWE held its second biggest annual event, SummerSlam, in Las Vegas's Allegiant Stadium. Around this time, McMahon and Superstar privately reached an informal agreement about his return. Whoo! I can tell you right now that is Brock Lesnar, because Brock Lesnar returned for SummerSlam. That's exactly who they're talking about. So right there tells me that was Brock Lesnar. That night, McMahon texted Miss Grant a reminder that she was enslaved object to him. I want you to drive over you lower. I want to drive you lower and lower, so low that you might beg me to sell you. McMahon continued to advertise a sexual encounter with Miss Grant to the Superstar during the formal negotiation of a new booking contract with WWE. All right, I'm going to let you see this, and then I'm going to scroll down because I don't want to see it. All right. No means no. Yes, and Brock is married to Sable. I bet she don't have his balls in her purse now. I bet she's bouncing them around like a basketball. In December 2021, McMahon gave Miss Grant's personal cell phone to the Superstar and promised she'll do anything. In the days that followed, Superstar revealed a fetish to Miss Grant and tested McMahon's promise that Miss Grant would do anything, with a request that she send a video. Oh man, he's not coming back to wrestling. They done said that on the news. I'll have to go find it, but they said on the news that they don't want Brock Lesnar back. He will never be back, and because he was supposed to be at the pay-per-view this past weekend, and he wasn't there. How am I doing? I'm doing good. I'm not. I haven't talked to her in a couple of days because I know she's got a lot to go through. But the last I talked to her, she wasn't doing too good. So that's why I asked for the prayers for Jeffrey. Unable to organize herself, Miss Grant went numb and obeyed. Superstar informed Miss Grant if she had not complied with the request, Superstar would have lost any interest in her and then called her a bitch. Brock is done. Exactly. The same month, Superstar expressed to Miss Grant his desire to set a play date and have a sexual encounter. However, a snowstorm changed Superstar's travel plans, and Miss Grant ultimately used the weather and COVID-19 as an excuse to back out. All right, guys, that's page 40. I'll start on page 41 right here with the K. McMahon tells Miss Grant that his wife had learned about her and pressures Miss Grant for an NDA. His wife hadn't learned of it. Well, she may have. She may have. That's fine. Thank you, Jeffrey. So we will stop there and start on page 41. If not tomorrow, it will be Sunday night that we start on this again. Because hopefully I will have the special guest for tomorrow's show. I hope so. If not, we will do this tomorrow. But if not, it will be done Sunday because Friday and Saturday is the bonfire and the concert. So, guys, I really do appreciate y'all being here. It means a lot to me, and I thank you. So do me a favor, hit that like, hit that share, and hit that subscribe. And if you have subscribed already, thank you so very much. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, that was kind of you, Jeffrey. And don't forget to come over to White Trash tomorrow night, Friday night and Saturday night. Thank you, Lazy. I will be doing another show tomorrow night, so please come back over and check it out. Did I know that I am selling? Link in bio. All right, guys, get rid of that one for me. Go ahead and get rid of that one for me. Or I'll do it. I'll get rid of it. See ya. But thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. I love each and every one of you. And like I said, if you would like to help our day one friend up there, if not, send out prayers to her. If you'd like to contribute to the channel and help the channel a little bit, you can in the Cash App or the PayPal. It's not required, but it would be very much appreciated. The only requirement I ask you to do is come in here and have a good time with us. Tina usually does one for me, and she likes the music. That's the only reason she does it, because I do play a little clip thing. Oh, he's been mean rapper today. Well, he's gone. Mama Pam is gone. But thank you for telling me that, Johnny. I mean, all over, he's been a mean rapper today. Well, thank you, Jeffrey. So, guys, if you do check it out tomorrow, I don't know which. I don't know which one I'll be talking about, so you just have to come and see. I won't know until in the morning, so I'll make tomorrow's show in the morning when I get up after I get an email. But I really do appreciate each and every one of you being here. Thank you for listening to this. And remember, Vince McMahon is a piece of shit. I'm glad he's out of WWE. I'm glad this woman is not going through this, and I hope she sues him for every dime he has. No, Kiki, you guys rock. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be able to do this. I mean, we could, but we'd just be sitting up here talking to ourselves, me and Becca. So I thank each and every one of you. So, guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. And don't forget, don't go to bed angry at nobody, because you never know. You might not wake up to say good morning. So we love each and every one of you. Y'all be good. Stay safe. We will see you tomorrow night. Much love and respect to each and every one of you. And remember, all right, I got to play this for Miss Joni. Thank you, Joni. That is very sincere. And here you go.
'Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave.
Much love and respect, Joni. Thank you so very much. You didn't have to, but I do appreciate it. I played the song, Lee. So, guys, y'all have a good one. And I will see y'all tomorrow night. Y'all stay good, stay safe. And I love each and every one of you. We'll catch you tomorrow. Remember, no bye here. It's always see you. Bye's too permanent. See ya.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I gotta